You're having a squiz through your feed, and crikey, a stunning image catches your eye. An avatar with luscious, perfectly styled hair that seems to defy the laws of virtual physics. You're keen as mustard to find out where you can get those amazing locks, only to discover they don't actually exist in world. Sacre bleu! Welcome to the dodgy world of AI-enhanced and photoshopped Second Life advertising. Once upon a time, a bit of image touch-up was fair dinkum in Second Life marketing. But with the rise of AI and ever more powerful editing tools, we've entered a new era of digital illusion. Today, we're diving into a growing trend that's blurring the lines between virtual reality and, well, actual reality, and why it's becoming a problem for our community. One regular question that I see popping up on several social media platforms, more often than a Frenchman says, "Ooh la la," is a screenshot of some sort, and the question, where's that hair from? 2 times out of 3, the answers will be something like, "Mate, it's just AI. The hair doesn't even exist in Second Life. Instead, it's been conjured up by some clever algorithms." This scenario perfectly captures the heart of our problem, like a kangaroo in the outback. What started as simple touch-ups has morphed into something far more deceptive. We're not just talking about making a product look its best anymore. We're dealing with showcasing things that don't even exist in our virtual world. Think about it. These AI-generated or heavily edited images are setting an impossible standard. They're offering a level of perfection that Second Life, with all its amazing capabilities, just can't match. And that's not fair dinkum to anyone. When advertisers use these non-existent hairstyles, they're not just bending the truth, they're breaking it. They're showing off something you simply can't buy or wear in Second Life. Imagine the disappointment when you realize that stunning hair you've been dreaming about is as real as a drop bear. But it goes deeper than just disappointing a few eager shoppers. This trend is actually undermining the incredible talents we have right here in Second Life. We have amazing hair creators who pour their hearts into crafting beautiful styles. By using AI or real-life hair in ads, aren't we sending a message that their work isn't good enough? And that's just not true. Now, I get it. Advertising is all about putting your best foot forward, like wearing your fanciest thongs to a Barbie. But there's a line between showcasing your product in its best light and creating a complete fantasy. When we cross that line, we're not just stretching the truth, we're breaking trust with our community. And let's face it, we're already living in a world of fantasy here. Second Life itself is a playground of imagination where we can be anyone or anything we want. We've got mermaids swimming alongside cyberpunks and medieval knights chatting with futuristic space explorers. It's wild, it's wonderful, and it's already pushing the boundaries of reality. So why do we need to push it even further with our advertising? We're already in a place where the impossible becomes possible. Our avatars can fly, teleport, and change their entire appearance in the blink of an eye. That's pretty darn fantastic as it is. But even in this world of endless possibilities, we've all agreed to a certain set of rules. We know what's achievable within Second Life and what isn't. When advertisers start blurring those lines, they're breaking the unspoken agreement we all have about what's real in our virtual world. It's like we're trying to create a fantasy within a fantasy. And at some point, you've got to ask yourself, where does it end? How far is too far when we're already living in a world where almost anything is possible? I was strolling through an event, taking in all the sights and sounds, when something caught my attention. It wasn't just one or two creators doing this. It was a pattern, and it was everywhere. Mostly, it's the skin makers who seem to be leading this trend. They're the ones most often adding these non-existent hairstyles to their ads. And crikey, do those skins look flawless with that picture-perfect, AI-generated or heavily edited hair? It got me thinking, why are skin creators going this route? Have they figured out that their skins look even more appealing when paired with hair that's frankly too good to be true? It's like they're saying, look how amazing our skin makes even this impossible hair look. But when you strip away that fantasy hair, when you try to pair that skin with actual Second Life hairstyles, suddenly the whole illusion starts to crumble. It's like trying to recreate a magazine cover in your bathroom mirror. The reality just can't live up to the fantasy they're selling. And isn't it a bit of a slap in the face to our talented Second Life hair designers? It's as if these skin creators are saying, sorry, but your best work just isn't good enough for our ads. That's downright disrespectful to the incredible artistry we have in our community. Us veterans, we've been around the block a few times. We've seen Second Life evolve. We know its ins and outs, its capabilities and limitations. So when we see these ads, we can usually spot the AI-generated or heavily edited hair from a mile away. We know it's not made in Second Life because, well, we know what's possible in our virtual world. But what about the newcomers? These fresh faces joining our community, eager to dive into all that Second Life has to offer. They don't have our years of experience to fall back on. To them, everything is new and exciting, and potentially possible. And that's where the real problem lies. That's why I often see the same question popping up in forums, social media, and in-world chats. Where can I get that hair? The enthusiasm is palpable. You can practically feel their excitement through the screen. And more often than not, the deflating answer is, oh, that's AI generated. It doesn't actually exist in Second Life. Talk about a SL reality check. This isn't just disappointing, it's misleading. It's setting false expectations right from the get-go. And let me tell you, that's not the way we want to welcome people into our community. We should be showcasing the real, incredible creations that actually exist in Second Life, not some AI fantasy that leaves newcomers confused and frustrated. Now, don't get me wrong here. I'm not some anti-AI crusader. In fact, I think AI can be pretty darn cool when used right. It's like having a magic wand for your photos, and who doesn't love a bit of magic? You're hanging out in your virtual living room, and you decide to snap a selfie of your avatar. You throw it into one of those AI image enhancers, and bam! Suddenly, you're looking at a hyper-realistic version of your digital self. It's you, but maybe with a touch more Hollywood glamour. That's fun, right? It's like seeing an alternate reality version of your avatar. And in your personal pictures, go wild. It's art, it's expression, it's you playing around with possibilities. It can be fascinating to see how AI interprets our quirky, fantastical avatars in a more human light. It's like a window into a world where our Second Life selves could walk down a real-life street. That's the kind of stuff that makes you go, whoa, and sparks the imagination. But here's where I draw the line. Advertising. When it comes to selling products in Second Life, using AI to create impossible looks isn't just uncool, it's problematic. It's like if a car dealership used pictures of flying cars to sell you a regular sedan. Sure, the flying car looks amazing, but good luck getting that baby off the ground in real life. Or in our case, in Second Life. In ads, we need to keep it real. Well, as real as things get in a virtual world anyway. Because at the end of the day, we're not here to sell dreams. We're here to sell actual, usable, awesome Second Life products. And trust me, those are pretty darn cool, all on their own, no AI embellishment needed. Now, let's talk about the flip side of this coin. I recently had a chat with Lavell, a virtual photography enthusiast here in Second Life who's got some serious skills with Photoshop. And you know what? There's absolutely nothing wrong with what he's doing. In fact, it's pretty darn impressive. See, Second Life has its limitations. We all know it, we all deal with it. Take this picture Adam showed me. There's a girl lying on a bed. Simple enough, right? But here's the catch. Second Life hair is static. It doesn't move, doesn't flow, doesn't react to gravity like real hair would. Sure, we've got some clever creators who make hair specifically for photography. You know, the kind that looks like it's blowing in the wind or falling forward when you tilt your head. But those options are limited. So when Adam got this avatar on a bed, there's no hair in Second Life that naturally looks right for that pose. What's a virtual photographer to do? That's where the magic of Photoshop or any software like it comes in. Adam uses hairbrushes to create the illusion of loose, tousled waves cascading around the shoulders. It's the kind of look you'd expect to see if you were actually lying down. Now, does it look exactly like the original in-world hair? Nope, not even close. But here's the key. Adam isn't trying to sell you a hairstyle or a skin. This is commissioned art, a personal portrait. It's about capturing a mood, a moment, an essence that goes beyond the technical limitations of our virtual world. And speaking of going beyond limitations, check out these before and after shots. See how the photos have been enhanced? The hair looks better, sure, but it still feels like Second Life. It's not some AI-generated fantasy that you could never achieve in-world. It's our familiar virtual world, just with a bit of extra polish. Adam was kind enough to share a behind-the-scenes look at his process. And let me tell you, it's impressive stuff. What you're seeing here is a breakdown of all the steps and layers in Photoshop that go into creating that final polished image. It's not just a filter or a quick fix. It's a labor of love, folks. We're talking hours of work here. Hours of carefully adjusting, tweaking, and refining every little detail. It's the kind of effort that shows real respect for the original Second Life creation, while elevating it to new heights, all while maintaining that distinctive Second Life feel. You look at the final result, and you can still say, yep, that's definitely from our virtual world. But it's like Second Life in its Sunday best. Now, compare that to what happens with AI. With AI, you can transform a picture in seconds. Just a few clicks, and bam, you've got a completely different image. It's fast, it's easy, and anyone can do it with the hundreds of AI apps out there. But when you use Photoshop like Adam does, you need to know what you're doing. It takes skill, it takes practice, and it takes a real understanding of both the software and the art of photography. It's not just about making things look pretty, it's about enhancing what's already there in a way that feels true to Second Life. This, folks, is the difference between artistic enhancement and misleading advertising. One celebrates and elevates what's possible in Second Life, while the other, well, it sells you a dream you can't actually buy. So, let's bring it home. Here's the deal. We're all part of this amazing, creative Second Life community. Creators, we need to have each other's backs. That means keeping it real. Second Life real. When it comes to advertisements, let's showcase the incredible stuff that actually exists in our virtual world. I mean, we've got talented residents making mind-blowing creations right here. Why not put those front and center? And don't even get me started on those event ads using real-life elements. if it's happening in Second Life, why on earth would you need to use something from the physical world? It's like wearing scuba gear to a dessert party. It just doesn't make sense. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Have you ever felt misled by an ad in Second Life? Or maybe you're a creator with a different perspective. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you've got a burning issue you want me to tackle in a future video, don't be shy. Reach out to me. Remember, your anonymity is always kept confidential. It's like Vegas, but with better outfits. If you enjoyed this video, you know the drill. Like, share, and hit that subscribe button. It helps more than you know. Alright, that's all for this week. I hope you're all doing well out there in the pixelated paradise we call home. This is Priska Newell from Second Life Spectrum, signing off. Keep it real, virtually real, that is. Cheers.